One last little flight this morning. This is the HobbyZone Champ S, the quintessential little, whatever, beginner plane. Great plane to buy as a first plane, I guess, for anybody who hasn't flown before. 4-channel, more of an indoor plane in many respects. Oh, even that's not going to work, is it? Nope, because it's the wrong kind of battery. So the problem is this guy has that tiny little micro connector, and I do tend to fly him with things with the bigger CPX connector on, but I don't have. I need to use an adapter for that, and I don't have an adapter. I don't have a micro, whatever they call it, thing to CPX adapter today. I have one, but I forgot to bring it today, so I'm going to have to fly him with a tiny little battery he was originally meant to fly him with, which I very rarely do. I mean, he was meant to fly with 150, this is 180. I usually fly him with a 250 milliamp hour CPX battery. But I can't today because I don't have I have the battery, but I don't have the adapter. Well, yes he is. I thought he wasn't connected there. But he is. He was just taking his time to make his mind up. Because he didn't make any noise or do anything, and it's been a while since I've flown him, I guess. I was surprised he didn't make some kind of noise or something, but... Ooh, he's been dinged up a bit. Well, you know, that's not uncommon, but you see he's got various dings in his wings and repairs. He's been flown inside. He's had other planes flown into him. Somebody flew a plane with like an 8-inch propeller or whatever into the back of him and totally chewed his tail off at one point. Had a job getting him rebuilt so he'd fly again after that. That was at an indoor session. I've got the, what do they call them? These floats. I'm trying to remember what these floats were made for. They were made originally for the little old, not the UMX J3 Cub either, but a previous UMX Cub. And then they still sell them because they fit all sorts of things. They fit this guy, they fit even the new Cessna. I've got a pair on the new Cessna. He needed trimming up a lot to compensate. But I'm not entirely sure whether this guy will take off the grass. He's got very little power. Nah, see. I wouldn't say he'd never take off the grass, but it'd probably have to be pretty wet. No, I don't think he's going to take off the grass, is he? So we're going to have to hand launch him. I also couldn't get him, the last time I had him off, I've had this actual guy actually off water a couple of times, and I couldn't get him off last time I had him off water either. I really don't like hand launching because you need 3 hands for it. Yeah, I'm not a fan of... Well, I don't mind so much hand launching gliders that are going to glide and things, but I'm not really a fan of hand launching because I want my hands on the sticks when I'm flying a plane. And if I'm busy throwing it, I can't have. Yeah, I mean, he's got a tiny little brushed motor, so, you know, he doesn't have any power. But still... I can't remember whether I've ever got him to take off the grass or not. I think I may have done when it was really wet and slippery. Oh, it's pretty wet today, really. I don't know.
Time remaining 5 minutes. Intermediate mode. Experienced mode.
Yeah, he's, yeah, I had him, he defaults, well, he didn't default, but yeah, I had him in the stabilized mode there when I put the battery in him. I do remember last time I flew him off water. I flew him off water. The first time I flew him off water, he took off the water okay. I don't know. I go and say maybe it was because the motor was stronger then and it's got weaker over time, but I don't think so. I think it was more because there was some wind that day and the wind helped him lift off the water. The last time I had him out to a float fly, I put him on the water and powered him up, and he moved on the water, but he just pottered round on the water. However, with full up elevator and full power, he still couldn't take off. He was just moving and taxiing around on the water. He couldn't.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
Didn't have enough power to pull himself up and unglue himself from the water. But you know, it's obviously a very good for, you know, beginner playing, for plying. Yeah, that's not going to work. I was going to try and do a loop, but I didn't have enough speed there. That wasn't going to work. If you want to loop with, flaming X. See, I tried to gain some altitude there and stalled him. Very benign stall, but he just does not have much power. God, oh, he certainly doesn't. Whoa! See, I tried to. Whoa, that wasn't good. I tried to gain power. I tried to. Shouldn't be trying to, I guess. That wasn't good. I tried to. Gain altitude, and he doesn't want to because he's got no power, so then he just stalls. Oh. That battery's about had it, I think. Well, oh, I don't know. Well, yes, because the timer was set for a 250 milliamp hour, because that's normally what I fly him with. So the timer was set for a 250 milliamp hour battery, so I wouldn't trust that timer for this battery. I'll get up there. Yeah, so you won't initialize till you put him down on his whatchamacallem. You won't initialize till you put him down on his, you know, the right way up and whatever. Okay, well that was horrible, so we'll try.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
The problem is, as I say, that he has basically next to zip power, so you don't want to be giving him up elevator most of the time. You've got to, if you want to climb him, just give him more power and let him climb. Famous last words. I was giving him more power there, but I guess I let him slip. And if you want to loop him, you've pretty much got to build up power by diving first. It can be done, well, especially with the floats. I mean, without the floats, I mean, yes, he's got a little bit more power, but I mean, it's asking a bit much of him. It's asking a bit much of him, asking him to fly with floats on.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
Asking him to fly with floats on. Did I not clear the timer on this? I don't think I did. But with a little tiny battery like that, you can't, and with the floats on, you can't expect a lot of time. Probably not going to take him to the float fly this time because I want to take the UMX J3 Cub, which should work much better off the water. I mean, this guy wouldn't take off the water anyway, so. With this guy, I mean, it's a bit of a, I'm not sure whether it's keeping the floats on him is the best idea or not. I mean, he flies better without the floats. He's kind of underpowered, so it's asking him a bit much of him. With the floats on it, it's kind of easy to stall him and whatever with the floats on. Now, of course, what I did there before was like a horrible crash. It just goes to show what you can get away with this guy. You do something stupid like that with a plane of any size and you'd have bits breaking off at right, left and center. But this guy's so light and things, you might, you know, I could see you might break the floats sometimes. Because it's a bit of a stress. And these floats, especially the that's just the time expiring, but it's not correct because I forgot to press the reset button after I put the new battery in. Oh, go away. What was I going to say? Yeah, the places where the struts fasten onto these floats are glued in, and that tends to be a weak point. They tend to pop out if you whack them into the ground. I've used these floats fairly extensively. I have, 3 sets of these floats. I think 1 set's on him now, 1 set's on the UMX Cub, and 1 set's on the Cessna. Anyway. Yes, I'm sorry for that horrible mess. It all started out when I started trying to climb him too much and stalled him, and never really got myself sorted out again, and that was dumb. I ended up stalling him near the ground and bashing him into the ground. So let's try and do a landing. This guy is actually rather tricky to land on the floats because he is, you know, he's going to be close to a stall when you try and land him on the floats. You've more or less got to fly him down under power, under quite a bit of, well, he doesn't have much power, but okay, there we go. There we go. That's what you should be doing. Because he will stall otherwise. Without the floats, I think you can glide him into a landing pretty readily, but not with the floats on him. Ooh, my leg's giving me trouble now. I don't know, okay. Cramps and joint pain or whatever. I'm struggling to walk a bit. Ah, well.